Hey guys, Mr. Backward here. In this video, we're going to look at changing bases of logarithms. As we're evaluating logarithms, some logarithms are just easier to evaluate than others. If we were looking at log base 3 of 9, then to get an answer in here, we'd be thinking to ourselves, what power do I need to put on 3 in order to get 9? And that power would be 2. But not every logarithm is that easy to evaluate. If we wanted to look at log base 4 of 7, we would have to think to ourselves, what power do we need to put on 4 in order to get 7 as an answer? And that's not easy to do. Now, calculators can be helpful if you've got a base 10 logarithm or a natural log, because there's generally buttons for those on your calculator, but we don't always have calculator options for having a log base 4. So it's important to be able to take these logarithms of different bases and change the base on them. So we're going to look at some change of base formulas, and I'm going to give you the general logarithm log base b of x. Now there's actually 3 different ways that we can rewrite this using some different bases. Now we can first look at using common logarithms, base 10 logarithms. So if we're looking at log base b of x, we can convert this into common logarithms by taking the log of x over the log of b. Now we could also use natural logs instead. I could make this the natural log of x over the natural log of b. Now generally we use base 10 logs or natural logs because the calculators that we're going to be working with usually have at least one of those available to us. There is actually a third option that we can use, but it's not as common because we don't always have options available to us as far as evaluating these different base logarithms. But if I wanted to change a base b logarithm to a different base, say base a, then I could make this log base a of x over log base a of b. But again, we'll generally use those top 2 forms more often than not, just because we have a log button on our calculator and we have a natural log button on our calculator. Now, it doesn't really matter which one you choose, whether you use base 10 logarithms or natural logs, because you're going to get the same answer in your calculator either way. So let's say we wanted to look at evaluating log base 3 of 16. Now this isn't going to be easy for us to do by hand because there's not a nice power of 3 that's going to get us to 16. So we're going to use a change of base formula and our calculator to help us out. So I'm going to do this one using base 10 logarithms. So I can convert this into log of 16 over log of 3, and then I can type that into my calculator to get an answer. So in my calculator, I'm going to do log of 16 divided by log of 3. When you type this in, make sure you're closing up your parentheses that your calculator puts in there for you. Now if I hit enter, we get this 2.52 as an answer, but I'm going to show you that we could also do this using natural logs instead. So I could do the natural log of 16 divided by the natural log of 3, and we should get exactly the same answer. Now if we wanted to look at another example in here where we do log base 6 of 10. Again, there's not a nice power of 6 that's going to get us to 10, so we're going to do this one by rewriting, and this time I'm going to use natural logs. So I could do the natural log of 10 over the natural log of 6. And to evaluate this, I would type this into my calculator. So in my calculator, I'm going to do the natural log of 10 divided by the natural log of 6. And when I hit enter, I get 1.29 approximately as my answer. But again, I could do this one using common logarithms instead. So I could do the log of 10 divided by the log of 6. And when I hit enter, I'll get exactly the same answer. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching.